Hello everyone, in this video I will bring you up Moana Movie Season 1 to explain. In this season, Moana has a great adventure to complete the mission to save the world. What problems will Moana encounter? Let's get into our movie. But before we get into it, please give me one subscribe, thank you so much. Our story begins in a world with only one ocean. There is nothing. Until the mother island emerged. Te Fiti. Her heart held the greatest power ever known. It could create life itself. And Te Fiti shared it with the world. But some began to seek Te Fiti's heart. They believe if they could possess it, the great power of creation would be theirs. One day the most daring of them all voyages across the vast ocean to take it. He was a demigod of the wind and sea. He was a warrior, a trickster, a shapeshifter who could change form, with the power of his magical fish hook. His name was Maui. But without her heart, Te Fiti began to crumble, giving birth to a terrible darkness. Maui left Te Fiti's island by transforming himself into an eagle and boarding his boat. Suddenly a demon of earth and fire appeared to Te Ka. Maui used his magical fish hook. Against Te Ka there was a great explosion, never to be seen again. And his magical fish hook and the heart of Te Fiti were lost to the sea. An old woman is telling a story to the children. For 1,000 years, Te Ka and the demons of the deep still hunt for the heart. The darkness continues to destroy everything in the water and on the island. But one day the heart will be found by someone who will journey beyond our reef, find Maui, deliver him across the great ocean to restore Te Fiti's heart and save us all. Chief arrived and said, "Thanks Mum, that's enough. No one goes outside the reef. We are safe here, there is no darkness." Our little character named Moana. There is a baby turtle that wants to live in the sea, but there are many crows that can harm him. Moana takes a leaf to help that baby turtle walk to the sea. The ocean sees her good deed. The ocean creates a path for Moana to walk in the sea. The ocean takes Te Fiti's heart to Moana. Moana's father calls Moana. The ocean rushes to bring her back to the shore. Moana's parents loved her very much. They lived in a beautiful village. The villagers lived happily and had enough food. As the years passed, Moana grew up and became interested in the sea and sailing. Moana's father said, "I have something I want you to see. This is a sacred place, a place of chiefs. There will come a time when you will stand on this peak and place a stone on this mountain. Like I did. Like my father did. Every chief that has ever been. When you add your stone, you will raise this whole island higher. You are the future of our people, Moana." Moana is grown up and it's time for her to take over from her father as chief. Moana has 2 pets, a chicken and a piglet. One day, a villagers told the chief that it's the harvest. "This morning, I was husking the coconuts. Moana said we should clear the diseased trees and we will start a new grove there." Villager said, "Thanks Moana. She's doing great." A villager who go fishing said, "Chief, there's something you need to see. Our traps in the East Lagoon. There are no fish." Moana said, "Then we will fish the far side of the island." Villager said, "We tried the windward side, the leeward side, the shallows, the channel, the whole lagoon. We tried using a different bait. It wasn't because of the bait, it was because there were no fish." Moana said, "What if we fish beyond the reef?" Her dad said, "No one goes beyond the reef." Moana said, "There's a whole ocean." Her dad said, "We have one rule." Moana said, "An old rule. Now there are no fish." Chief said, "A rule that keeps us safe. Instead of endangering our people, so you can run right back to the water." Moana sat alone, upset. Her mother sat down and said to her, "Your dad is hard on you because he was you." Drawn to the ocean down by the shore. He took a canoe. He crossed the reef and found an unforgiving sea. Waves like mountains. His best friend begged to be on that boat. "Your dad is hoping he can save you." Moana is confused about whether she should just put the rock on the mountain like her father said and not go to the deep sea. Moana decides to go sailing on the sea before she puts the rock on the mountain. Because she doesn't know how to sail, a big wave comes and breaks her boat. Moana gets stuck on a rock. Luckily, she picks up a nearby rock and breaks it. Her piglet is scared. Moana has a wound on her leg. She hides the wound from her grandma. In the end, her grandma finds out. Moana said, "It's time to put my stone on the mountain." Her grandma said, "Okay, go ahead." And she dances as usual. She said, "I am the village crazy lady. That's my job." Moana asks her grandmother if she has anything to tell me. Her grandma takes her to a place and said, "Do you really think our ancestors stayed within the reef?" The answer to the question you keep asking yourself. Who are you meant to be? Moana enters the cave and saw many large sailboats abandoned there. She walks around looking at the abandoned sailboats, some small and some large, but she is interested in the largest one. There is an ancient drum. She played it 3 times and a light bright. Showing pictures on all the sailboats tells the story of the journey to the fictional island of Motunui. Many villagers rowed many large sailboats travel across the great ocean day and night to this island. They build houses and create a village on this island and live peacefully. Moana is very happy to know that her ancestor was a voyager. She asked her grandma, "Why would we stop?" Grandma said, "Maui, when he stole from the mother island, darkness fell. Te Ka awoke. Monsters lurked and boats stopped coming back. To protect our people, the ancient chiefs forbid voyaging. And now we have forgotten who we are. Now the darkness has continued to spread, chasing away our fish, draining the life from island after island." Moana said, "Our island." Grandma said, "One day someone will journey beyond our reef, find Maui, deliver him across the great ocean, to restore the heart of Te Fiti. The ocean chose you. I thought it was a dream." Grandma said, "Our ancestors believed Maui lies there at the bottom of his hook." Moana said, "Why would it choose me? I don't even know how to make it past the reef." She said, "I know who does." Many villagers are discussing about the dead crops and no fish. Moana arrived and said, "We can stop the darkness. Save our island. There's a cavern of boats, huge canoes." Moana said, "Dad, where are you going?" Chief said, "I should have burned those boats a long time ago." Moana said, "No, don't we have to find Maui? We have to restore the heart." Chief said, "This is no heart. This is just a rock. And throw it away." Moana sees her grandmother's walking stick lying on the ground. A villager said, "Chief, it's your mother." Moana arrived and saw her grandmother is laying. Her grandmother whispers into her ear, "Go, go." Moana said, "I can't go now." Grandma said, "You must save many people." Moana prepares some food for her journey. Her mother helps her does it. Moana chooses a Te Fiti heart-shaped sailboat. She leaves at night, and suddenly there is a bright light in the water. It is actually a stingray. Grandma said when she was alive that when I die I will be reborn as a stingray. Moana sails her boat until dawn. She didn't know when Hey has been on her boat. He walks to the water. Moana jumps into it to help him, but her boat has blown away by the wind. Because she has no experience sailing, it is difficult for her. There are big waves. Sometimes she fell asleep and the ocean wakes her up. She turns the boat too fast, and suddenly a storm appears. On an island in the morning, Moana wakes up and quickly checks Te Whiti's heart. Moana said, "What I said helped me, but you were wrecking my boat. Fish pee in you all day." Moana looks at the island and saw the fish hook-shaped markings. She said, "Maui." Ocean pointed over there. Moana is hiding and forming a sentence to speak to Maui. Suddenly, Maui lifts the boat up with one hand. Moana said, "Maui, shapeshifter, demigod of the wind and sea, I am Moana of." Maui said, "A hero of men and women. When you use a bird to write with, it's called tweeting." Moana said, "You are not my hero, and I am not here so you can sign my oar. I'm here 'cause you stole the heart of Te Whiti. Now you will board my boat and sail across the sea and put it back." Maui sings to Moana, tells her about how he became a demigod, a demiguy, what good things he did to help people, planting coconut trees, getting rid of the 3 sea monsters. This is actually Maui's trick, leaving Moana alone in the cave. Maui takes her boat and hey for boat snack. Moana uses Maui's statue to take her to the top. Maui said, "Okay, enjoy the island." Ocean helps Moana onto her boat. Maui said, "That is impossible." He throws her away again and again, but she still get back. Moana said, "You have to put Te Whiti's heart back where it was." Maui throws it away. Ocean throws it back. Maui said, "Fine, I am out." But Ocean brought him back. Maui said, "That is not a heart. It is a curse. I stole it. I lost everything and was stuck on the island for 1,000 years. Take it away from me." Moana teases Maui that he is afraid of the heart of Te Whiti. Suddenly an arrow shot into the boat. Maui said, "Kakamora." Murdering little pirates. Maui said, "Go tighten the halyard. Bind the stays." Moana said, "What?" Maui said, "You can't sail." Moana said, "I am self-taught. And you can use shapeshift or something." Maui said, "Do you see my hook? No magic hook. No magic powers." Coconut pirates attack the boat with arrows. Moana fell the heart from her necklace. Hey swallows it. Coconut pirates capture Hey and take him to their ship. Moana asks Maui, "Where are you going?" He said, "Escaping." Moana said, "The heart." Maui said, "Forget it. You will never get it back. Besides, you got a better one." Moana said, "Coconut." Moana capture Hey and uses arrows to bring her back to her boat. Not finished yet, the coconut pirates' ship surrounds them. Maui uses his sailing experience to escape the siege. Finally, they are able to escape. Moana tells Maui that we must put Te Whiti's heart in the right place. Maui said, "Have you ever seen the lava of monster? She has huge body, can kill you anytime." Moana asks him, "You are still a hero of men. Now you're just the guy who stole the heart of Te Whiti. The guy who cursed the world. Put this back, save the world, you'd be everyone's hero again." Maui said, "We'd never make it without my hook, not past Te Ka." Moana said, "So we get your hook, take out Te Ka, restore the heart. Deal." Maui said, "Okay, we go east to the lair of Tamatoa." Moana said, "Teach me to sail." Maui said, "It's called wayfinding, princess. It's not just sails and knots. It's seeing where you're going in your mind. You are a princess, you are not a wayfinder." Ocean blow dart in Maui's butt cheek. Moana said, "You can talk, you can teach. Lesson 1. Hit it." Maui teaches Moana by telling her. The boat arrives at the shore. Moana, on land, sees darkness is destroying everything, and her parents are in danger. It was in her dream. Maui said, "A real wayfinder never sleeps. We are here now, muscle up." Buttercup. Tamatoa. He's a scavenger for Tamatoa. My hook is the coolest collectible. Maui said, "I go to Lolotai to meet the realm of monster. You are gonna stay here with the other chicken." Maui said, "You daughter of the chief. I am just trying to understand why your people decided to send you." Moana said, "My people didn't send me, the ocean did." Maui said, "Maybe the ocean chose you for a reason." Maui blew out the dust, revealing a large symbol. He spoke a secret word and jumped back down. The gate opened. Maui said, "Don't worry, it's a lot farther down than it looks." Maui arrives at Lolotai. Moana falls on Maui and propel her down. She is almost swallowed by a fish plant, but luckily she can escape. There are many strange sea creatures here. Moana runs down the cliff and arrived a place full of treasures. She said, "Maui's fish hook." Maui said, "Yeah." Moana hit him with one punch. She thought he is a monster. Maui said, "No. I have been waiting for 1,000 years for this chance to get my fish hook back and be awesome again. But I have to use you as bait." Moana said, "The shiny glittery cave." Moana said, "This is stupid, why would we walk up and get it?" Maui said, "You go up there, he will kill you. Just stick to the plan." Suddenly, the Crab King stood up and said, "What have you here?" Maui almost jumped on the Crab King, but he immediately moved away. Moana understood this situation. She said, "I came here because you are amazing. We mortals have heard of the tale of the crab who became a legend." Crab King fell into Moana's trick. He sang tell his story when he was a little crab. Now he is a Crab King, wealthy, shiny, and has delicious seafood every day. Moana was about to be eaten by the Crab King, and suddenly Maui said, "Hey, Crab King!" Maui got his fish hook back and used it, but he couldn't use it for transforming what he wanted. At first, the Crab King was afraid of Maui, but now he was happy to play with Maui and wanted to eat him again. Moana shouted, "Hey, I got something shiny for ya." Crab King said, "Heart of Te Fiti, you can't run from me." Moana ran and fell, and Heart of Te Fiti flew away. She stole Maui's fish hook and brought it back to him and told him to leave quickly. Maui said, "What about the heart?" Moana said, "He can have it. I've got a better one." Crab King said, "Come back here." Moana can finally leave Lolotai. Moana was surprised when she saw Maui. He said, "I appreciate what you did down there, but you also almost died. I couldn't even beat that dumb crab. So chances of beating Te Cod, it's impossible, this mission is cursed." Moana said, "It's not cursed." Maui said, "Shark head." He tried to use the magic fish hook many times but couldn't control it. Moana said, "Can you at least try?" Maui said, "Giant hawk." He said, "What can I say except we're dead soon?" Moana said, "How do you get your tattoos?" Maui said, "They show up when I earn them." Moana said, "How'd you earn that one?" Maui said, "I wasn't born a demigod. I had human parents. They didn't want me. They threw me into the sea like I was nothing. Somehow, I was found by the gods. They gave me the hook, made me Maui. And back to the human I went, gave them islands, fire, coconuts, anything they could ever want, even the heart." Moana said, "You gave them everything, they would love you." Maui said, "It was never enough." Moana said, "Maybe the gods found you for a reason. But the gods aren't the ones who make you Maui, but you are." Dum Dum teaches Maui how to transform from a small animal to a large one, step by step. Maui can transform as he wishes. He can transform into any animal. After training, Maui teaches Moana how to sail, knowing the level of water, the wind, and stars. Maui said, "I believe you have officially delivered Maui across the Great Sea." He said, "It's time." Moana said, "Go save the world." One fireball after another flew towards Maui. Suddenly, Te Ka appeared and struck Maui, fell into the water. He turned into a fish and brought the heart to the boat. Moana saw that there was one way that could be crossed to the other side if the boat moved forward quickly. Maui understood what Moana's intention and said, "No, Moana, stop, we can't go like this." He tried to tell Moana to stop, but she thought it was possible. Just as Maui thought, Te Kā attacked them. Maui used his magic fish hook to protect their boat. The boat drifted away. Moana woke up and see Maui sitting alone. His hook was almost completely damaged. Maui said, "I told you to turn back." Moana said, "We can fix it." Maui said, "It was made by the gods, you can't fix it." Moana said, "Next time we'll be more careful." Maui said, "I am not going back. My hook is cracked. One more hit, it's over. Without my hook, I am nothing." Moana said, "Because you stole the heart in the first place." Maui said, "I am not killing myself." And then he leaves. Moana was very sad. She said, "I am not the right person. You have to choose someone else, please." Suddenly the underwater light was bright. Grandma said, "You're a long ways past the reef." Moana ran and hugged Grandma. She said, "I tried. Grandma, I couldn't do it." Grandma said, "It's not your fault. I never should have put so much on your shoulders. You can go back home now, it's okay." Moana stopped. Grandma said, "Why do you hesitate?" Moana said, "I don't know." Grandma said, "I know you love the ocean and people, that's why you're standing here. Do you know who you are?" Moana knows who she is. She is the girl who loves the sea, her people, her island. A voyager. "I am Moana." She jumps into the water to retrieve Te Whiti's heart. Repairs the boat and sails back to Te Whiti Island. Moana reaches Te Kā attacks her. Moana tricks Te Kā to leaving the passageway to Te Whiti Island. Te Kā continues to attack Moana, but Maui returns and saves her. She said, "Maui, you came back, but your hook one more hit." Maui said, "Without my hook, I still." Maui, "Don't worry, go save the world." Moana said, "Thank you." Maui said,
"You're welcome."
Maui fight against Te Kā to delay her, not to disturb Moana.
Hey, Te Kā! Sure, kid!
Te Kā throws a fireball at Moana, but the ocean protects her. Maui is willing to give up his hook to protect Moana again. His hook has gone. Moana reaches the top of the mountain to look for Te Whiti, but she has gone. Moana looks at Te Kā and sees that the place for Te Whiti's heart has been with Te Kā. Moana realized that Te Kā is Te Whiti. When she has no heart, she will become a monster, destroying everything. Te Whiti's heart light shines brightly, stopping the fight between Maui and Te Kā. Moana telling the ocean to open the way for Te Kā to come to her. Te Kā moves quickly towards Moana. Moana sings a song describing Te Whiti's goodness and said, "This is not who you are. You know who you are." Moana puts Te Whiti's heart back in its original place. Te Kā immediately becomes Te Whiti. She creates beautiful nature again. Moana said, "Sorry about your hook." Maui said, "Now without my hook, I still your hero, right?" Te Whiti carry both of them up. Maui seeing Te Whiti, he said, "Te Whiti, I mean, how have you been?" Te Whiti dropped her face. Maui said, "Look, what I did was wrong. I have no excuse." Te Whiti smiled and created a new magic fish hook for him. Maui was very happy, but he hesitated to accept it. Moana said it'd be rude to refuse a gift from a goddess. Maui accepted and thanked Te Whiti. Te Whiti built a new boat for Moana to go home. Moana said, "You could come with us, you know. My people are going to need a master wayfinder." Maui said they already have one. On Motunu Island, the darkness disappears. Moana's parents are happy to see her boat in the distance. The villagers are happy to see her back. They retrieve the boat from the cave and put it back into use. Moana teaches the villagers how to sail on the sea. In the water she has Grandma, in the sky she has Maui. Everyone, our movie has come to an end. What do you think? Is it good movie? Leave me a comment your idea and tell me what's movie that you want me to explain next. We will see you next video. Hundreds thousands thanks you. Bye bye.